Hey, huh? Yeah. It's also a trigger. Hey, hey. Niggas move like hoes on did it, bitch. Yeah, I will put a fucking hole in your fitting, bitch. Yeah, run the jet, little Lord, bitch. I'm with it, bitch. Yeah, backseat with that heat, fuck with it, ay. Bitch, I'm on parole, still hitting dope. I just wanna fuck, ay. Bitch, I am a hoe, ay. Feds on stroke, still keep a pole, ay. Fuck with my niggas, catch a dick in your throat. Fuck with it, 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 ay. Fuck nigga, ay. Fuck nigga, ay. Fuck nigga, ay. Fuck nigga, fuck with it, 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 ay. Fuck nigga, yo, ay. Fuck nigga, yo, ay. Fuck nigga, yo, ay.
I got OPA in my motherfucking vein, yo. I got Oka blade in my motherfucking hand, yo. And my enemies and they gon' bleed to death, yo. Wrist underwater and my chain on some Satan, yo. Now I'm gonna continue killing myself. Let me know what up on myself. Yes, I'm gonna get baby up, eh. Feeling a charity just had a let. Now go to that in a bomb with that. Spraying water like killer whale. Look at my Oka face. It's pressing like cocaine. 도망쳐 쫓아가 damn, eh. 잡히면 백 any chain, eh. 그래 맞아나는 chain. 10K on my neck, I'm the man. And I'm still underwater, water. 난 지상에서 수처럼 걸어. 친구들이랑 보면 쓰고 털어. 시도 말고 우리 보면 도망쳐. Fuck it up, run it up, 도망쳐. Fuck it up, run it up, 도망쳐. 도망쳐, 어디로 반대로 잡히면 나는 뺏어낸 chain. Fuck it up, run it up, 도망쳐. Fuck it up, run it up, 도망쳐. 도망쳐, 어디로 반대로 잡히면 나는 뺏어낸 chain.
Hey, born in 99 and I got 99 tricks in my crib. It's got out the pen, I knew about it from his fucking team. Only make the shit that when you listen, you gon' fucking quit. Not from Florida, but they like he go hard, he's just a jet. Hey, on my dick, hey, why you on my dick? Well, last week you wasn't fucking with me, now you tryna click. Hey, wait, bitch, please do not make me wait. I'll fly over to your state. Don't be lying like the motherfucking cake. 2020 vision, still I'm fucking with it. Every move I make, I do with position. Everybody tryna get on the sign, but what is the purpose when I'm not the feature? Whoa, tryna be the go, but I just see them walking by my door. Make the country proud, I got the governor wearing on my clothes. All right. It's been a bit. This is just gonna be like a chill, short stream. As I don't know, I've been feeling kind of bleh. But we're doing game development tonight. I don't know, I've been feeling kind of bleh. IMO. Don't really know why, so I'm thinking of just kind of taking a simpler approach to things. You know, I could probably elaborate more when I upload these files. So I'm gonna make a super duper excluper. I ran out of words to rhyme. Simple micro game. Hopefully this is up to date. And I feel like, I don't know, when it comes to game development, I've just been kind of bland because I don't really know why. I don't know why. I feel like I'm trying too much. I'm in this, you know, I'll yap once I start working. So let me just... Oh, fucking Christ. Oh. Where's my template? Copy, paste, and then we'll call this asteroids. Hope I spelled that right. Let me double check just so I don't look like a fucking idiot. Asteroids. Asteroid. Okay, I spelled it right. I didn't want to look like a complete fool. A complete
foo. Okay, we're gonna hide this because that's a secret for now. Yeah, we're gonna keep that on the DL for now because I'm not sure if anything's gonna come from it. Not now, Diesel. Not now. And let's put on some like chip tune radio or something like that. Late night lo-fi hip-hop, sure. Why the flip not? Alright, first minigame in God, who knows how long. Let me just save these PNGs quick. There's only a few of them. You know, I could probably show this. Okay. So, I don't know. I've been pretty stagnant for a bit with just general content creation, whether it be streams or whatever. And I mean, there's a lot of variables at play there. This is going to be a yap sesh, like a quick little yap sesh, because I don't really feel like streaming for super long. I don't know. I've just been feeling like really burnt out on like life in general. Which, there's no, like, one distinguishable thing. I feel like it's just, like, it's a bunch of small things just all dogpiling on top of each other. And that just led to me feeling a little burnt out a bit. That's all. Especially when it comes to 1 minute warning. I don't know, there was, like, a good few month period where I just didn't want to do anything. I don't know what the direct cause was. I think a potential cause was... I feel like I was trying to bite off more than I could chew. Like, where I shined the most was making simple minigames that I could make in a few hours. Which, I mean, you should always try to strive to do better. And I feel like that's what I tried to do, but try to know your limits. Hold on 1 second, I'm gonna interrupt what I'm saying, because I gotta... So my predicament was I was trying to bite off more than I could chew. Now you should always strive to do better, but within your own limits. And I feel like I was trying to do too much. Which, I mean, that's still perfectly okay to do. It's perfectly okay to, like, step out of your comfort zone and try new things. And hopefully it works. But I think what my problem was I was trying to do too much to the point to where, I don't know, I felt like all the minigames I was making were like superly complex. Like, dude, I try to make the entirety of Minecraft, brother. The entirety of Minecraft is a microgame. Like, I don't know what kind of drugs I was on back in the spring, which it didn't live up to its potential. So yeah, unfortunately for now, I'm currently scrapping the Minecraft game, which sucks because I spent a good chunk of time on it. But I'd rather release a project that I know I could be satisfied with, rather than slop, you know. And I feel like it was getting to that point, low-key. It was like I kept making these like overly ambitious microgames that were way above my skill set, I mean, there's a few like that. Like, I remember I tried making Dig Dug. That was fucking complicated. I tried making a stacker game, which I feel like has potential. I feel like if I just fine-tune that a bit, or I figure out how that could possibly work, I feel like that could be an extremely fun game to play. If I can get it to work, that is. But, I don't know, where I shined in, like, the first build of the game, the 1.0 of 1 Minute Warning, it was, like, I don't know, there was a simplicity in a lot of the games. Sure, I'm not saying that I didn't do complex ones, like the Smash Brothers one, the fighting game one was definitely complex. And there was a few of them that were complex, but they were, like, far and few between. You know, you had one big heavy hitter, and then you had a few simpler ones. And I feel like that's where I kind of went wrong, is I just kept trying to shoot for the stars with literally every single micro game, and it got to the point to where, like, it became so strenuous and so tedious and so annoying of something not working the way that I wanted it to, and me feeling bad about it. And dude, I have a whole catalog of micro games that are just sitting there in my files collecting dust, doing absolutely nothing, because just collecting dust, doing absolutely nothing, because I bit off more than I could chew, and I thought I could do more than I thought I was going to, and I feel like that has led to me just making lackluster content. Like I said, like the stacker game, Minecraft, Dig Dug, and I have like, and it got really annoying, like to the point to where it felt like every single game felt like this big, obnoxious, tedious chore that I just began to hate to make. And I never want to do something like that, because I always looked at this project as like a passion project, like just something that I did for the sheer love of the game, you know? Like, that's kind of how it all started in the first place, which I definitely think I did a good job with, considering that, like, I've been wanting to make my own game forever now, and I've been wanting to make my own game forever now, but I always struggled with picking a genre. So when I was doing WarioWare, that was the whole appeal to me, was like, it's these short, flashy games you could play in like maybe a few seconds or something like that. They didn't need to be anything more. And sure, I did like the overly ambitious ones that I made, like the Nuketown one. That was kind of ambitious. I made a whole ass fucking 3D replica of Nuketown in my art style. That was crazy to make. And like the one, the Smash Brothers one, where you have to grab the hammer and hit that was a very tricky one, which even now is still kind of jank. But you had the sprinkle of simpler ones in there too, and I feel like that, I don't know, because like these bigger ones, like what really boosted the morale of the original run of 1 Minute Warning, like the first 30 micro games, like what helped with that was the fact that, what is the collision on this? Okay, good. You could probably shrink that down a bit, just in case. But what really helped with that was the fact that, I feel like I was more efficient with making microgames, and sure, I tried dabbling with the more extreme, you know, extreme ones every now and then, but it wasn't like the main focal point. So whenever I did make a new one, it kind of felt like an event in a way, if that makes sense. So it got to a point, but like, I don't know, I feel like there are some that were like so incredibly simple that I can make them in a day, and that really boosted the morale, because like, I'm like, wow, I made a whole level in a single day. And yeah, sure, it's very simple in execution, and it could have been more, but I mean, it still helped boost the morale a lot. So I feel like that is what definitely helped to some extent. I definitely feel, I kind of lost my train of thought there, but I definitely feel like that is what helped boost the morale a lot, because, you know, although it was incredibly simple, it still made me feel like I was making progress, you know? Where, like, I feel like with this one, like, I've been making so many, like, complex microgames, or so many, like, heavily detailed microgames, that it's getting to a point to where it's, like, you know, like, it's getting to a point to where, I don't know, it's getting to a point where, like, where some microgames would take mere hours to make, or maybe even a day or two, to taking weeks to make. And you know me, I'm very indecisive, I'm very wishy-washy. I'll think of an idea, I'm thinking, holy cook, I'm popping off with this one. I'm thinking, holy cook, I'm popping off with this one. And then I'm working on it, and the longer I work on it, the more I overthink it. And that makes me want to go and change stuff, which is not what I want to do. That isn't ideal. And, you know, I kind of feel like I had like a tonal shift as well. Because, like, when making the original 30, it kind of had, like, a more, like, goofier, wackier feel to it. But then I kept engraving it in my head that it needs to be serious. And I'm like, this game should not be serious, especially with the art style that I'm currently cooking with. Like, this should be far, far, far from serious, you know? And that just, it just kept, you know, fucking me up, you know? It kept fucking me up. The more I thought about it, the more I started to hate it. So I just want to, like, kind of take a step back to just, like, kind of just chill and make something, you know, just kind of just, I feel like a better thing for me to do is to just kind of, like, take a step back and make simpler games for now, to just build the habit up. I feel like that is my biggest thing, and that is what I should be focusing on. Because I feel like I am reaching too high before I've even got the ball rolling, you know? It's like trying to, like, I don't know, it's trying to, like, push a, like, I don't know, it's like trying to, it's like your first time in the gym, and you're trying to lift, like, the heaviest dumbbell in the joint, you know? When, like, if you've never hit the gym before, or if you, like, overexert yourself at the gym, which, if you've never gone to the gym before and you're, like, doing all this shit, like, you're trying to, you know, you're trying to bench press the highest weight, you're trying to lift the biggest dumbbell, you are going to get cooked. You're going to get your ass handed to you. You're gonna, you know, it's gonna fuck you up, and, you know, and I feel like that's gonna really discourage you from wanting to go back to the gym, because you're like, oh, well, the last time I went, I nearly got choked out by the dumbbell, or I nearly got, like, my arm nearly fell off from trying to, you know, lift the dumbbell. It's just like, no, it's just because you tried to do too much. And just like at the gym, it's about, like, progression. You start small with the simpler stuff, and then you do more grandiose things once you form the habit and you start to build that muscle in that habit. And I feel like that's where I'm going wrong, because I feel like I'm trying to like shoot too high up. I'm out here trying to create like these gigantic, grandiose, larger than life microgames that are like worth playing. And I'm not saying that any of my simpler ones are not worth playing, but I'm trying to make the point that like I don't know, like it's okay to do big projects but also smaller ones in between. And I feel like that's where I was going wrong, is because like I have the mindset that I always have to keep one-upping myself. And like the first 30 microgames were like kind of... If you're wondering why I'm not doing anything now, it's because I'm trying to find a moon. I'm thinking the moon is like a good starting point. Fuck it, I'm just gonna make a white circle. I thought I had a moon model made, but I guess not. But I don't know. I think the point I'm trying to make is like just kind of just chill the fuck out, you know? Instead of just doing all this shit at once, and instead just build up to it over time. And sure, I could definitely work on it more. And I know it's a habit that I've said that I wanted to do forever now. But, and I feel like that's why, is because I said I wanted to work on this daily, and I haven't. There have been times where I've gone days, weeks, or even months without touching this. Despite this being like my main, you know, my baby, my main pride and joy, there were times where I would literally go like, you know, actual like months without touching the game, because just the mere thought of it was so like overwhelming to me, and I don't want to live like that, you know. And I'm not saying that I'm not gonna do grandiose stuff, but I just need to chill the fuck out with it, you know. I just need to chill out, you know, just make simpler games that I know is my strong suit, and you know, just roll with the punches as they go. And I feel like that's kind of what I've been doing wrong. So that's kind of what I want to do, is like while I'm in a slump now, just kind of focus.
You two are amazing. You know? The way you talk. You're just like that. I'm not even like that with anybody.
So I feel like while I'm in a slump now is probably the best time to kind of just like stop and smell the roses and like try to like focus on building the habit. And like there's definitely I've had my moments of just, you know, laziness, and I'm even trying to like fix that. Like I've X, Y, I think it's Y. Yeah, Y is up and down, so 0, 720. Okay. What does this look like?
You know? The way you talk. Just like
Camera
that.
720. That is not right in the slightest. So I feel like now is like a time more than ever to like, while I'm in a slump, just kind of, and I've been making progress on that. I've been trying to like make strides in like bettering myself. I've tried to I've uninstalled all the social medias like Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, basically everything that's just a distraction for me, just so I can lock it in. Dude, I'm a doom scroller. Dude, I could open up Twitter or YouTube Shorts and just scroll that shit for 3 hours, man. I open up the app at 2 o'clock, I blink and it's 6 o'clock. You know, and I'm like, dude, that's so much time wasted. I could have been working on something else to better myself, and I feel like I'm just making excuses not to. So, you know, I'm trying to issue a clean slate. So I picked up my room, not completely, I'm still working on it, but I cleaned my room today for the first time in like 2 years. I deleted all those like apps that are just distracting me, like TikTok and Instagram and all that shit, so I can just lock in and just focus in on stuff, and so I don't feel like a complete jackass, you know. That's just kind of how I feel about it. Just so I don't feel like a complete jackass. Wow, that looks fucking god-awful. Holy shit. Okay, how about we make it a tad bit bigger? So how about we make it 300? So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. And we'll just make this a tad bit bigger, like maybe 400. Alright, that looks fine, I suppose. And then we'll just make the asteroids a bit bigger, so maybe like 300. And that still feels a bit small. 400. 400. 'What am I cooking here? I have no idea. I'm just kind of ranting more or less. What does this even look like? It's gonna look like shit. I can feel it. Am I even have enough room? Can I please? I'll like move this up slightly, you know. Move that down slightly. Because I don't know what I'm cooking. This shit looks so stupid. But it's whatever. We're just trying to have fun, you know? So we're gonna move CJ. At the beginning of scene. So we're gonna. I can probably just add to this. We're gonna add a force. So that's probably 0 at a speed. I want it to be like super fast. That's my guilty trait, is I want it to be like super fast. Oh man, am I gonna have enough room? What am I even doing with this? Like, why does it... I just have like a floating turd. What the? Of course you picked all the most breedable Pokemon. I'm kidding. Okay, so we need to spread these out a little bit more, just a tad bit. Huh? I said you picked some nice looking Pokemon. That's what I said. Because I have to thread the needle here. Okay, so if key is pressed. Or no, it needs to be held down. Oh yeah, I guess key pressed. W. And I also learned from my mistake from last time. I'm making it WASD across the board. I remember I had like 1 or 2 mini games utilize the arrow keys, and nobody liked that. So I'm gonna be reworking some of the old ones to where they all use WASD. And that's gonna be like the go-to. So don't you worry, your little noodle. Don't worry, your little noodle. The force of. Alright, so that's, what is that? 270. The speed of maybe like 300, maybe. Was just pressed. That is not what I want. I want it to be where it's currently being pressed. Okay, I want it to be a little bit more snappier. So you know what? We're gonna move the goalpost a bit. We're gonna move the goalpost here. And we're gonna copy. We're gonna paste some of these over just a smidge. And then we're gonna make this even longer. Just one gigantic PNG. I don't even know what I'm... Boing, boing, boing. Huh? Okay, so what is the hitbox of CJ? Collision hitbox. Ooh, that needs to be a lot more forgiving. So, like... maybe something like... oh, yonder. I don't know. It's kind of jank. All right, so I want it to be a little bit faster. So maybe we'll make it 900 pixels and 600 pixels. Let's see how this looks. I want it to be like zoom. I don't know. See, I'm thinking of it as I go. See, I feel like this is a lot better. Like, just thinking of shit as I go. Like, I literally drew some of these sprites, like, literally 10 minutes before stream. And, like, dude, I'm like, just coming up with this stuff. Like, I'm not overthinking it. I'm just like, what sounds cool in my head? And then just do that, you know? I'm not thinking about anything. It's just, like... Oh, that's a bit much. Okay, whatever. We ball. Okay, so if CJ is in collision with asteroids, what is CJ's current position? So he's I'm gonna write this in the chat so I remember. It's gonna be x equals -323, y equals 166. Okay. So just so I remember it. Alright, so if CJ rams into an asteroid without consent. I know I'm fucking weird. Position. I was also like really worried about repetition as well. I feel like that's why I kind of kept making strives to make new micro games. Is because I don't know. I was afraid I was gonna hit my limit, and I'm gonna get to a point to where I'm just going to be repeating myself and just have same feeling micro games. Which sure, that's gonna be unavoidable. There are gonna be so many games that just feel samey, and that's okay. But as long as they're not all like that, and there's some variety in there, I feel like. Oh, that feels snappier, yeah. I do want to add one more asteroid. Like right around here. Like right around here, and then maybe right around here, just to make it a little bit challenging. Maybe one more down here for good measure. Okay, let's see how forgiving this is. I beg your pardon? Oh. Whoops. CJ's supposed to go back, not the asteroids. He's making the asteroids teleport. Ooh, see, this is kind of difficult. Perfect. It's fast, it's snappy. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna save there. Make one around Gardevoir. Then that would up the rating to an A, to an adults only 21 plus. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I know you feel me. I know you feel me on this one, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna go over to this micro game just because I'm kind of lazy and I just kind of copy and paste the win conditions over and just alter the text slightly. You should explain though. I'm a sponsored man now. I can't. We're gonna get demonetized. Ooh. Okay. Alright, so eyes on 4. What is all this junk? Alright. Let's change this animation of CJ to mewing. Bruh. So how do I shrink? Not a shrink command, is there? Size. think I need to tween the objects. We're gonna have it if CJ is in collision. Earth. We're gonna stop CJ. And I think I need to add like a tween behavior. So I can make it a little snappier, you know? Just like I want to like make him like shrink as he enters Earth. Like size between the height object. Do I need to just, what if I just name it shrink? That's how it works. Duration, 1 second. Where did I put that? Oh. And then we'll make this the width. Alright, so we're gonna see how this looks. I don't need to explain nothing, senor. I don't need to explain nut. Nut ain't nothing. Oh my god. That. What if I do it over a span of 2 seconds? And I can't. You got crushed by the gravitational pull. Jesus Christ. Oh. Oh, okay. Relax. Just delete CJ. How would that look?
I love you.
I feel like I need more quick, snappier ones like this. Now we're gonna start a timer. Kill. And then if value of scene timer kill is greater or equal to, what if we just call it 0.5 seconds? Seconds. And then if the kill is, how about is greater than 3 seconds? What? Delete CJ. See how that looks. Okay, alright, so that needs to be tweaked a bit. How about we go like 1.25 seconds? Because I want it to like implode. Nope, that's still too long. Over the span of 2 seconds. 1.25. 1.25. Why does that still feel slow? Alright, so 0.25. What is his starting size? It's only 400. Okay, so maybe I should make it something like 15 or something for the height and width. So I don't know why he's like... Okay, so don't go in integers. Shit. Jump scare. I mean, it's getting there.
I think you all remember the bargain we made about staying all night.
Okay, 0.3. Okay, so we just can't do integers or whatever. Let's try 0.3 seconds. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck was happening with that. Oh, we're almost there. So maybe like a fraction of a second, or like 1 second, or 0.01 second. That is almost exactly what I wanted to do. Kind of, almost, sort of. Ooh. Okay, maybe 0.2.
I think you all remember the bargain we made about staying all night.
Still doesn't look the best, but honestly, it doesn't look terrible. I don't know. I mean, it's as good as it can, I suppose. Or maybe I just need to. Hold on, maybe I need to change the hitbox of Earth a little bit. So, maybe like shrink it down to where it like cuts the Earth in half. So, because it looks like he's exploding way too soon. Ooh. What layer is that?
You are amazing. You know? The way you talk.
6. We can
Just
make
like that.
this layer of 5.
I'm not even like that.
Guess it's a little bit better. And just in case, we're gonna add another one over here. We're gonna add another giant asteroid over yonder. Just in case anybody somehow slips through the cracks. Like, I wouldn't want to get anybody soft locked or anything, so we're just gonna add a big ass asteroid over here. Which I doubt it, but you never know with some people.
You two are amazing. You know?
It's like it doesn't really.
The way you talk.
Oh, I mean.
Just like that. I'm not even like that with anybody.
Yep. Yep. See there are like little cracks. Like what about in the bottom layer? So it's a good thing I added the layer that's out of bounds. Alright. So all we have to do is add this into the rotation. Is this? Yeah. And then main menu, and then I need a transition, right? Yep. Okay, so now we're gonna start into the main menu. So this is going to be number 37. Jesus Christ. I've made 7 micro games since April. 7. Which I feel like if the only thing that reinforces is I feel like that's just enough reinforcement alone to just kind of to justify making simpler games. I mean, just because they're going to be simpler doesn't mean they're going to be bad. It's just I feel like right for like what I'm doing now, I feel like it just fits my best interest to just make simpler games just to form the habit of working on it daily. Where it stands right now, I'll make a micro game like once every like other month. I'll make one in a month, and then I don't know, I spend too much time thinking on what I'm gonna make next, how I one up myself, and then I end up not working on it for 2 months, and I'm still in the slump. Even when I do work on it, I'm still in a slump. So Flippy. Okay, I don't know why Flippy's on that thing, but yeah, so just I might make the next few might be a little bit simpler just so I could start the habit of I don't know where my timer is. It's kind of throwing me off. What am I hitting? Why is the timer invisible? Oh, it's a fucking moron, that's why. Okay. Look at that. See, this is like an incredible length. I mean, it's an incredible. I mean, not all of them are going to be this short, but you know, I feel like just to kind of get the ball rolling a bit, I feel like it's good for what it is. So, for the power of Scorpion multiplied by lightning power equals get over here slogan. Multiplied by lightning power, get over here slogan. Get over here. What is the road up to this fighting? Dude, I did that in 45 minutes, man. I mean, technically, it took me a full hour, so I should have, like, no excuse for, like, taking so long. I've just been burnt out. But I've been trying to give myself a kick in the ass to, like, work on it more, so who knows? I mean, I'm currently working on, like, 1 or 2 micro games in the background, so, like, it's not like I'm doing absolutely nothing. How's the CJ? I'm doing alright. You missed my long rant. I'm just, you know, feeling burnt out is all. That's why I've been, like, lacking with streams and that. I mean, there's other factors, like, like, my job and shit. But I feel like for the most part, I don't know. Like, I've been off the last few days, and, you know, it would have been, like, the perfect time to get shit done, but I didn't because I just felt burnt out. I need the full replay. Well, TLDR, I've just been kind of in a bit of a slump creatively. That's why there hasn't hardly been any streams, and there's hardly been any game development progress. And it's a multitude of reasons: my work schedule, me just feeling overwhelmed and burnt out, and just me constantly wanting to do more than what's in my skill set. And I feel like that's been harmful for me. Because, like, you know, like, dude, I try to make the entirety of Minecraft as a playable minigame, dude. How does that even work? How does it even function? I don't know. That took like a month and a half, 2 months to make. And it's just completely directionless, and it's overwhelming me just trying to figure out what to even do with the fucking thing, and it's all spaghetti code now, so I don't even remember what anything does. And what made, you know, the original run of 1 Minute Warning, the original 30-minute, or the 30 microgames, was like, a lot of them were simpler. Sure, I took bold risks every now and then with, like, the Nuketown one, the Smash Bros. One, but a good chunk of them were, like, incredibly simple and easy to make, and it boosted my morale, because even if it was incredibly simple, if I could make it in a few hours, it was still enough that to tell me, like, hey, you're still making progress. You know, like, hey, it's an incredibly simple and easy one, but hey, that's still one extra level that you did not have yesterday. So that was good for morale, but it feels like this version 2 that I've been cooking up the last few months, post-April, I've just been trying to one-up myself, and everything just keeps getting bigger and grandiose, and what took a few hours to maybe a few days tops is now taken several days or weeks to make. And it's stressing me out because the longer I work on it, the more I change my mind on it, and the more shittier it looks. So I'm just trying to create a blank slate, just trying to just go full scorched earth and just try to, like, kind of just limit what I do, just, and try to make it a daily habit, even if it's like simpler ones, just so I could get the ball rolling to do more grandiose things. And I feel like that's exactly what helped me in the first one. Like, I had a whole streak of simple games like baseball, catch the hat, rob the bank, and then you had like your one-off creative ones that were like a little bit, you know, cooler in design. So I feel like that's just kind of the way to go. And I feel like that's also been translating into my streaming, because I wanted to stream yesterday, but the thing was, I'm just like, I haven't touched my game in so long. Who keeps texting me? Leave me alone. Better be important. Oh, pfft. So anyway, as I was saying, thinking, yeah, so I feel like that's what, I don't know, helped me before, and now I'm just making like these like super big and complicated ones. So I'm thinking, so I've tried to just give myself a blank slate. I cleaned my room, or at least I'm in the process of it. It looks a lot better than it did earlier today. I uninstalled a bunch of apps on like my phone, so I deleted like Instagram and TikTok and Twitter and like all those apps that are just distracting me. And I'm just trying to lock the fuck in and just try to focus in on, getting stuff done and just try to, do better, And my playlist ended. And I feel like that's also reflecting in my streams because, like, I stopped mid sentence, but I was gonna stream last night, but then I'm just like, I really want to get something done, Like, I've had a few days off for a while now, and I'm just like, and I've got nothing done. And then I proceeded to take the night off last night, and then proceeded to do absolutely nothing, and it pissed me off so much. Like, so much. And even today, I wanted to hit the gym today, but, I just had no motivation to do that. And I had no idea why, and it agitated me so much. Like, you have no idea how much it agitated me. And I don't want to get caught in, like, the same loop or cycle where I'm just, like, accomplishing nothing and fulfilling nothing and feeling like nothing. So we're going to try to lock the fuck in. We're going to try to make some simpler games. Maybe we'll try to stream this more often, just more simpler, laid back, boots on the ground ones with an occasional ambitious one that I work in the background. And I feel like that's like a good, like, trade-off. Like I could work on like I don't know, like 5 or something like that. Like I could work on like 4 short ones and 1 long one. And while like the long one's being made, while I'm like doing all the rough drafts for it, trying to figure out how to get it to work, trying to drop all the sprites I could, in the background, create some like sprites on the side to make some simpler ones like this. Like dude, this one is so simple, yet I think this one is good. Like it's just as simple as, just pushing the up and down key, and it works. It works perfectly fine. Like, so for the Legos and stuff. Yeah. Wait, so for the Legos. The Legos? Oh yeah, I tried to make a whole Lego game mode. And that was completely cooked. There's the stacker one. I forget what I called that one. Super stacker or something like that. I'm still working on that one. That one's just a bit complicated to make, but for comparison, you want to know how many microgames I've made since April? 7. Well, I mean, like, actually completed ones. Here's a sneak peek of all the ones that I've made since the game's launch. Here's number 30, Super F in Hockey. That was the last microgame featured on the first build, which is on my Discord and on GameJolt if you want to play it. And then I made Super F in Hurdling, Counting Sheep with Mr. Alpinfa, Backshots, Squid Game, Deadshot. I made a Christmas one that I made off stream. I'm going to keep that one a mystery one for now. And then the asteroid ones that I made tonight. 7. It's now September. How long? Or no, it's fucking October. Jesus, how long? That was what, 6 months? Right? Yeah. So in 6 months, I've made 7 games. That's what, averaging 1 game a month? Like, that is atrociously bad. And I feel like, and I do have some of them over here that, like, I started working on, but I just didn't like because of how complicated it was. Super F and Stacker, Dig Dug, this one, the Monopoly Test, 2 of them. These are the Minecraft ones. Peace Wars, well, that's something completely different. That's not even including, like, the Doom game that I was working on the side, too. That didn't get finished either. Bus Route 218, that one didn't get finished. So it's just, I need to just slow my rolls and just kind of like, not take it so seriously, not stress about it, just kind of like turn the brain off, just kind of work on it for like an hour or 2 just to get anything done. where are the bros at? I don't know. This is gonna be a short stream anyway. This is just me rambling about my current state of affairs of the after hours. Maybe next time we'll do a game or something. And I've been trying to figure out what to do as like a adventure to go on. I don't know. I want to utilize this room before the year ends, and I feel like I haven't done anything with it. It's just been a PNG in the corner. I want to have at least one adventure, you know. But we'll see how it goes. I don't know. It depends. I could say, oh, something's in the works, and then nothing comes of it. I'd stay tuned. I don't know. I'm gonna head out because I need to mentally recharge my brain and just not take things so seriously, you know. Drink your water, eat your vegetables, eat your ramen. I started eating ramen noodles. Fire. Start packing your sweater. It's finally getting cold out. And I'll see you bros maybe on Sunday.